Mira Alvarez was used to early mornings and late nights, but 3 a.m. had a special kind of quiet that hurt. The mansion kitchen felt endless. Marble floors, silver sinks, crystal cabinets, everything expensive, everything cold. Her mother, Rosa, worked here as a maid for the wealthiest family in the city, the Delmonts. Tonight, Rosa had fallen ill with a burning fever, so Mira, still in her faded school uniform, rolled up her sleeves and picked up the dishes her mother couldn't finish. The sink overflowed with plates from the late-night party the Delmont kids had thrown. Mira scrubbed, half asleep, fingers burning from hours in hot water. She didn't complain. She'd been raised to endure, not to ask. She didn't hear the boys enter until their laughter tore through the silence, loud, cruel, entitled. Chad Delmont, 18, tall with messy blonde hair and a smirk glued to his face, walked in with his two shadows, Bryce and Caden. The trio smelled of alcohol and arrogance. Chad leaned against the marble counter and spotted Mira hunched at the sink, sleeves wet, eyes tired. His grin widened. "Yo, look at this. The maid's daughter is still working. What is this, 3 a.m.? You planning on sleeping in the sink?" Bryce snorted loudly while Caden pulled out his phone, already recording. Mira swallowed hard, not turning. "Please, just let me finish. Your mom asked—" "Oh, shut up," Chad cut in, walking up and flicking soap suds at her. "My mom asked the maid, not you. You're like, the maid's maid." Laughter exploded behind him. Mira kept scrubbing, but her hands shook. Chad circled her like she was some exhibit. "What kind of loser washes dishes at 3 in the morning? You know normal people sleep, right?" Bryce chimed in. "Yeah, but she's not normal. She's like from that neighborhood with broken houses." Caden zoomed in with his camera. "Smile for the viewers, dishwasher girl. Look up." He shoved the phone near her face. Mira froze. Shame crawled up her spine. "Please, delete that. Please." "Don't record me." "Why?" Chad grinned. "Embarrassed? What, you worried people will see what poverty looks like?" Mira bit her lip so hard it nearly bled. Then Caden did something worse. He reached forward, pulled the elastic from her hair, and let her long black hair fall messily across her face. "There," he laughed. "Now she looks like a real servant girl. Perfect for the video." Chad grabbed a plate from the drying rack and smashed it onto the ground behind her. The sound cracked through the kitchen like a gunshot. Mira gasped and stumbled backward. "Oh no," Chad said dramatically. "Look at the mess you made. Guess you'll stay here till sunrise cleaning it." Mira crouched down and started picking up the pieces with trembling hands, fighting tears. Bryce grabbed a cup and poured leftover soda across the floor. Whoops, more work. The boys continued laughing until Chad suddenly grew bored and tossed the broken pieces at her feet. "Finish up, dishwasher girl. You don't leave until the place is spotless. And if you tell anyone—" He leaned close, his breath sour. "We'll release the video. Everyone in school will see you like this." Mira's heart dropped. She stayed silent. She always stayed silent. They left her there, alone, shaking, surrounded by soap, broken glass, and humiliation. For a moment, Mira just stared at the wet floor, helpless. She wanted to scream, she wanted to run, she wanted to be strong, but all she could do was continue washing. 40 minutes crawled by, her arms felt heavy, her eyes burning with exhaustion. She washed and washed and washed. Then, the huge, heavy front door of the mansion opened. Footsteps echoed down the hallway, strong, steady, heavy footsteps. Then the lights flickered on fully. "Mira?" She froze mid-scrub. Her breath caught. Standing in the doorway of the kitchen was a man with a towering build, sharp jawline, dark suit, eyes strong enough to cut steel. Alejandro Reyes, her father, a man who had built an empire worth billions, but rarely showed up looking like one. Tonight, he was supposed to be out of the country. She had no idea he returned early. He looked at his daughter, hands wet, eyes red, floor soaked, shards of glass scattered. His expression didn't move, but his eyes burned. "Mira," he said low, "who did this?" Mira shook her head quickly. "Papa, I'm fine. I was helping Mama." Please don't be angry." Alejandro stepped forward and gently lifted her wet hands in his. "Your mother is sick. You should be sleeping, not working like this, not being treated like this." His tone darkened, shifting like thunder. "Tell me, who did this?" Before she could answer, Chad's voice drifted from the hallway. "Yo, who turned on the lights? I swear, if that dishwasher girl is still here." Alejandro's head snapped upward. Chad turned the corner, still laughing, but the second he saw the huge man standing in the kitchen, his laughter died. Bryce and Caden froze behind him. Alejandro Reyes. Everyone knew that name. He wasn't just a billionaire. He was feared, respected, and known for destroying people who hurt his family. Chad swallowed, hard. Alejandro slowly stood to his full height and stepped between Mira and the boys. "So," he said coldly, "you're the ones who mocked my daughter." The temperature of the kitchen dropped to 0. Chad stuttered. "Sir, we were just joking." Alejandro's voice sliced the air. "Does this look like a joke to you?" The boys stilled, pale. Alejandro took another step. "You recorded her, insulted her, forced her to work at 3 a.m., broke plates and made her clean them?" Each question hit like a hammer. Chad opened and closed his mouth like he couldn't breathe. Alejandro raised his chin. "Do you think her life is worth less because her mother works here?" No, sir. "Do you think my daughter is beneath you?" "Not at all." "Then why," he snarled, "is she on her knees at 3 a.m.? Silence. Thick. Heavy. Alejandro looked at Caden. "Give me the phone." Caden trembled, handing it over instantly. Alejandro deleted the video without hesitation. Then he leaned down, face inches from Chad's. "You will apologize to her, now." Chad turned shakily toward Mira. His voice cracked. I'm sorry." Alejandro didn't move. Louder. I'm sorry, Mira, for what?" "For mocking you, recording you, making you clean, making fun of your life." Mira stood there, breath uneven, shocked. No one had ever defended her like this. Alejandro finally stepped back, eyes dark. "You boys will also apologize to my employees by sunrise, and if I hear one more complaint—" He lowered his voice to a deadly whisper. "I will personally make sure your fathers understand the consequences." The boys nearly collapsed. Alejandro turned, wrapped his arm around Mira protectively, and walked her out of the kitchen. For the first time that night, she felt safe.